Word, son. What do you do, YouTube? It's your boy Jadavine. Before we get into this video, this has got to be like the 10th take of making this damn video, which I kept slurring my words, stuttering over them. Oh my God, it's a struggle, man. Y'all pray for me, man. But we're going to push through this video, all right? So take 11, here we go. All right, so one thing I want to talk about Black Ops 4, and of course I got it in the background, I want to talk about how I got the feeling that they're going to end up revamping or basically making Black Ops 4 a redux. And what I mean by that is they're going to take some of the features that they started out with and they're going to revamp it and make it back into the old classic Call of Duty. First things first, I would say that they're going to look at the whole time to kill and the whole 150 health thing. If they don't touch the 150 health thing and bring it back down to 100 or maybe 120 or whatever, and just leave blackout health up to 150, whatever the case is, if they don't do that, they're going to tweak the time to kill for multiplayer and they're going to make it back to at least the classic Call of Duty. Now, the whole operators with one user having an operator, one operator per user based on the tip of the Rainbow Six and Overwatch tip, just having that is, they're trying to, as you can tell, appease the esport gamer community, you know what I mean? So that's what they're literally trying to do. So with them doing that, that's basically, it's kind of taken away from classic Call of Duty as it should. Even though this is boots on the ground as they claim it is, even though this is what it's supposed to be, it's still it takes away from the classic Call of Duty. Now, from what I've been seeing, that people aren't really sweating it that much, but like I said, it takes away from the classic Call of Duty, just like I said, you know what I mean? So what they're going to end up doing is, I feel like they're going to end up taking that away and let people, pick whatever operator they want. If you want a team full of ruins, hey, have a team full of ruins. If you want a team full of recons, hey, have a team full of recons. Go nuts. You know what I mean? But I think that's what they're going to end up doing. Now, as far as time to kill, at least to me, is as you can see right there, time to kill is a little too high. You know what I mean? But this right here was just an old clip, you know what I mean? So, there are updated clips, but I'm just trying to burn these off so I can bring in some new ones. So, but the time to kill aspect is just too high. It's too high. Like, a lot of people who I see that's not complaining about it, majority of them are snipers. You understand what I'm saying? But like I said, fam, they're going to go back and they're going to revamp the whole time to kill system, maybe cut it back down 1 or 2 bullets. So they're just going to bring back the regular time to kill and just leave the time to kill that they have for multiplayer, just leave that in blackout only, because that's what it should have been and that's what it's supposed to be. But like I said, they're trying to bring in the esport community and try to bring some sort of a new meta to it. You know what I mean? And see, that's COD. That's Call of Duty trying to change the dynamic of their game, which they shouldn't, because like I said, Call of Duty is Call of Duty. I give an example where they try to change the dynamic. Let me see, because I think Call of Duty was like maybe on the heels of Battlefield, because Battlefield always has their large scale maps with vehicles and stuff like that for infantry and all that good stuff. So as they're trying to bring in something new or try something new, remember, Call of Duty Ghosts try to have bigger maps. You understand what I'm saying? Call of Duty never used to have big maps. Maybe they had 1 or 2 big maps from a DLC, and everything else just like medium size to small size, medium, size maps. So that was their whole thing of them trying to try something new and have bigger maps. And you see, that was pretty much a flawed attempt, because a lot of people were trashing Ghosts for doing that. So they basically, in the next Call of Duty, whichever one that was, they stopped doing that and they went back to just having regular maps. You understand what I'm saying? I'll give you another example. Battlefield, like I said, always had large scale maps, and the battle in Battlefield 4, the battle in Battlefield was always kind of like a somewhat, it had pauses between action. The action wasn't always 100% there all the time. You know what I'm saying? So you had to kind of get to the action. But in Call of Duty, you were always right there in action with no problem. So Battlefield called themselves trying to make a fast-paced shooter, but Battlefield style. So they dropped Battlefield Hardline. That was like the Call of Duty version of Battlefield, which if you see now, if you try to log on now, you will never get a game of Hardline. You will not find a game of Hardline. I've looked for like several games. I say at least 10. I looked for 10 games and couldn't find a soul in there. Maybe one person showed up, but they backed out immediately. Like, the game is just dead. You understand what I'm saying? That's them trying to change the dynamic and try something new. You understand what I'm saying? So You got that. You got the time to kill. You got them trying to change things up. What else is there? The weapons that also have certain attachments. You know, say for example, like one weapon might have stock and rapid fire. The other weapon might have grip, laser sight, and silencer, but the other one doesn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's just them trying to make it to where it's an esport type thing. And and I remember they were saying they were saying something in the live stream, which I watched it. They said something about weapons, you know, being unique in their own way and being able to, you know, have a weapon of your own liking. You know what I'm saying? Every weapon has their own characteristics and personality to them. So I guess that was their way of trying to do that, but they're going to end up reneging all of that and trying to bring it back to classic Call of Duty. So I think they're going to end up bringing back having most of your attachments for most weapons. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe not have one or two, you know what I'm saying? But they're going to end up trying to do something to try to negate all of that, because they're just trying something new. They're basically spitballing at this point, you know what I mean? So give you another example. Whenever Call of Duty tried to do something out of the ordinary, they reneged on it later on. And remember World War II, whenever only the Mountaineer class could have sniper rifles, the Expeditionary could only have shotguns, Airborne can only have SMGs. What was the other one? It was another division that can only have assault rifles. You understand what I'm saying? Like they narrowed it down to only certain classes having certain guns. I know y'all remember that. Then later on, remember around the midpoint, they had a revamp or a overhaul, whatever you want to call it, and they made it to where any division that you wanted could have any class that you wanted. They weren't locked down to a specific division. Remember that? Now that was at maybe the midway point, maybe before the midway point, a little bit after it. So I think they're going to end up doing the same thing to Black Ops 4. Even though that's Sledgehammer and this is Treyarch, I really feel like that's what they're going to do, because they don't want to lose their core audience. You understand what I'm saying? The people that's been like following them since Treyarch was Treyarch. You understand what I'm saying? So I really feel like that they're gonna go back and try to revamp Call of Duty as a whole. You understand? I see it getting ready to happen. So mark my words. You understand what I'm saying? Take this video down. You know what I mean? Take this video down. I used to take it down, but you know, bookmark it, favorite it. Put it in your watch later list, whatever you need to do. But they're going to end up going back to revamp something about Call of Duty and bring it back to classic Call of Duty, whether it's the health, the time to kill, the the operators, one per user, whatever it is that they got now. I guarantee you that they're going to go back on it and revamp it. I guarantee it, that that's what they're going to do. I promise you that's what they're going to do. So mark my words, take this video down. But I'll take it down. Bookmark it, favorite it. Y'all know what the hell I'm trying to say. All right, but real quick before we get out of here, I want to let y'all know I started playing Blackout also. So I do have this Blackout clip. Well, I say clip, it's a video, but I'm gonna edit it up real nice. Y'all gonna like it. It should be released sometime this week, maybe the end of this week, I don't know, but it should be out sometime this week. I'm working on it right now as we speak. So look forward to that also. This is gonna be pretty detailed, so make sure y'all look forward to that. But other than that, man, hopefully y'all enjoy. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I really think that this is gonna happen, so I say around the midway point that they're gonna try to revamp Call of Duty and make it back to the classic Call of Duty, whether it's time to kill, health, or whatever it is. But I got a strong feeling that that's what they're gonna do. But yeah, I'm going to get up out of here, man. Appreciate all the support. And matter of fact, before I get out of here, again, I really do appreciate the support, because I didn't really think a lot of people was going to watch these Black Ops 4 videos that I was putting out. But yeah, I really appreciate it though, man. All the support. And I'm going to get up out of here. It's your boy Jay Divine, and I'm signing out. Peace.